Tov lehodol Hashem, tov lehodol Hashem, lezamer l'shimcha hayom. Tov lehodol Hashem, tov lehodol Hashem, lezamer l'shimcha hayom. Hagir baboker, boker chazecha, v'manascha la'alelo. Hagir baboker, boker chazecha, v'manascha ba'alelo. It is good to give thanks to Hashem. Yes, thank God for all our blessings, and 'tis the season indeed. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And we know we should be thankful for all the blessings in our lives on a daily basis, right? So there is a story that I think about every Thanksgiving. I always think about it during the year as well, but especially, come on, see if I can get those moving. Boo! Hey! There we go. Yeah, those are cool lights to have while you're playing music because they go along to the beat. So anyhow, it's a story I think about frequently, especially on Thanksgiving. It goes back to my first year of teaching, okay? 4 decades ago, plus, in Buffalo, New York, good old Buffalo, in the 716, right here in the 716, yeah. Good old Buffalo. And by the way, the Bills are playing today. I hope after the game I will have what to be grateful for and thankful for. And speaking of football, it's always good to be in the school of life is good. Positive state champions, yeah. We all got to be positive state champions. So I had this student named Phil, tough inner city kid. And this was at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community School in Buffalo, New York. And my second week of school, Phil comes in and he says to me, hey, Mr. Laz, I didn't have my doctorate then, was working on it. And he says to me, guess what I brought to school today? I don't know, Phil, what'd you bring in? He says, my piece. So I was a real greenhorn. I said, your piece? That's nice. Your piece of paper, your piece of cake? I had no idea. And he brings me to his locker. He says, it's in my jacket pocket. I reach in there and it feels like a squirt gun, but it's a lot heavier. And anyhow, I took a little bit of a risk, and he didn't bring it in to intimidate me. It was like show and tell time, for lack of a better description. I gave him a note. I said, take it home. I said, you're not going to appreciate it now, but maybe years from now, you're going to thank me for saving your backside. And I said to him, if I catch you with it again, I'm going to turn you in. So don't bring it, okay? Do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Do not bring it in. As far as I know, he never did. I had him for 3 years at Dr. MLK School. But this is the story I wanted to share with you. I told the first story, I wanted to give you an idea of what this kid Phil is all about. So I was doing a reading lesson with him. He was up next to me, and he says to me, I think it was a banana or a carrot. I don't remember. Started eating something, and he said to me, looks at me, he says, hey, Mr. Les, what are you doing? And I said, oh, I'm sorry, did you want some? And he says to me, no, man, you forgot to say your blessing. I said, I'm telling you, I said my blessing, Phil. I know what I did. Okay? Before I ate it, I said the blessing, Baruch Hashem, okay, I said it really quietly, but I said it, and I tell him I know what I did. So he says to me, this tough inner city kid who brought a piece to school, he says, I'm sitting right next to you, didn't hear one word. How do you expect the good Lord to hear you? Say it again. So you know what? I said it again. With Hashem's name, the way you're supposed to say it, because when you say a bracha, at least your own ears have to hear what your mouth is uttering. So I said the bracha again. We still didn't get to the story that I wanted to share with you, but that's that. Now you got 2 stories about Phil. But here's the one. I used to take them for extra gym class. We're walking down the hallway at Martin Luther King School in Buffalo. And this one teacher comes in front and stops me. I had like a line of my students behind me. And she was a very deep believing Christian woman. We used to have all these discussions. Why don't we believe in this? Why don't we believe in that? What the heck do we believe in? Et cetera, et cetera. And so she says to me, this was like 2 days before the Thanksgiving break and the Thanksgiving holiday. And she says to me, somewhat confrontational, do Jews believe in Thanksgiving? Because all the other ones she had mentioned, I said no. And then we discussed it. Why? But I was about to give her an answer. Phil steps out of line, jumps in between the two of us. He looks up at her. She was a tall media specialist, from working in the library. And he looks up at her and he says to her, shoot, every day's Thanksgiving to Mr. Laz. He says a blessing before and after he eats everything. And she looked down at him. She said, thank you. And she turned around and walked away. And that was that. All right. This is a beautiful song about giving thanks. La 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 la. Tov lehodot l'Hashem, tov lehodot l'Hashem. Zamer l'simcha yom. Hagim b'boker, boker chazdecha. Munascha b'leilo, hagim b'boker, boker chazdecha, munascha b'leilo. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Remember, every day is Thanksgiving. Tov lehodot l'Hashem. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, pause, reflect a little bit, reflect a lot about all the sweet blessings we have in our lives. Peace out.